I'm just going to talk today about specialty training. It may be something that some of you would feel that it is far ahead of you, but I think it'll be important to know that what you would be getting into when you come to UK, and there may be few things here and there that you can pick up or you can work on to make yourself well prepared for when you apply for specialty training. So, as Aruj mentioned earlier, all the things that she has mentioned for IMT, they are almost exactly the same. I think one additional bit that I can think of is MRCP. You get 8 marks if you have done MRCP. Other than that, all those things are same. So you need to work on those things. You can get into IMT, but then when you are doing IMT, improve on those things. And if you haven't maximized in any domain, try to maximize in each and every domain wherever, however you can. And also do some work in your own specialty as well. That will really help you when you are applying for specialty training. So how specialty training in UK works is, so I this session from this morning is all focused on medical specialty really, and this GP and surgical specialty will be in the second part of this today's session. So about medical specialty, in UK, medical specialties are split into two groups, group 1 and group 2. um, Group 1 specialties are those ones where you need internal medicine experience, and you at the end of the training you become a consultant in two things really. You see your CCTs in two things. One is your own specialty, and second is general medicine, GIM, or general internal medicine. So these are the specialties. Any group 1 specialty like cardiology, gastroenterology, respiratory, all these major specialties which you see most people doing are group 1 specialties. So what you do really is you do 3 years of IMT, and then you get into that specialty, and then you get dual accredited CCT. However, for group 2 specialty, which are like hematology, medical oncology, dermatology, you can go into training after 2 years of internal medicine, and then you will be accredited for that single specialty. And just to explain on what I just mentioned, here is the picture from Royal College of Physician training pathways. First of all, foundation year training is done in UK. Some people choose to do, very few actually people choose to do here. Most of the people, what we'll do is we'll do house job one, and then some non-training experience. Then we get into IMT. So IMT here is 3 years, and then you get into specialty training, which is 4 to 5 years. And again, if you are doing group 2 specialty, which is my next slide, here you can see that IMT can be 2 years as well. So after 2 years of IMT, you can leave IMT, you can get your CCT in IMT, and then you can go on to do that group 2 specialty. So for group 2 specialty, pathway is shorter for IMT, and then in the specialty you also don't do GIM, hence you get single specialty accreditation. So that is what the specialty pathway is in UK, medical specialty, I should say. This is the website. I think Aruj has shared an IMT recruitment website. If you, I hope you haven't taken note. You have taken note of that. Please have a look at this as well. This is the website where all my talk is based on. This is the website where you will find all and every detail, including previous rounds, how many people applied, what were their scores, how many people get into training. It's very useful resource. Only one website that will cover everything. um, so first of all, as my talk is about interview, um, generally interviews for medical specialty trainings is, these days it is, first of all, um, national interview. So you just apply for the training, and then you get one interview, and then on the base of that interview, you then put your preference, and you can go anywhere in the country. Previously it used to be that every region is interviewed for its own slots, but now it's national recruitment. Secondly, it's online these days. Pros and cons of online, I don't need to explain, but you have to bear that in mind. Then the interview itself is split into two. one part is about clinical and one part is about what you can say non-clinical skills or your non-clinical experience. So this picture that I have put up is about cardiology, and other specialties are this are almost the same. Some specialties would want a 2-minute presentation to talk about some things, an interesting case that you have dealt with, or a new era in that specialty which you are looking into, something to talk about. They want to see how you talk about or present that, and it's I think 2 to 4 minutes. But then most of the specialties are like that. So I'll quickly go through the stations and briefly touch upon all of the all of them. Station one, as I said, station one question one is suitability and commitment. They will ask you what you have done so far in that specialty. So one thing to keep in mind, you may have done lot of things in other specialties for to get into to get the interview for the scoring domain, but you should have done something in your relevant specialty to say that. I'll quickly give you an example. My national presentation, my quality improvement project was in gastro, which I used to get interview. But then here in this question, I was talking about an audit that I did for cardiology, just to sell myself. So although in your specialty you may have not done complete projects, but whatever you've done, you need to bring that on here. Question two, medical registrar suitability is very generic, two, three questions that they would ask everyone. What your experience has been, and how do you manage a busy take. Only 2 to 3 questions, and you practice and you work on that. Ethical professionalism and governance. Again, this is the station where I think our preparation from PLAB to really helps. All those spies model to answer the question and all those things would be really helpful. Keep that in mind. Then we go on to station two, which is clinical.
ठीक है,
Uh,
2 मिनट.
Yep, I'm just near the end. Clinical again would be around your specialty. You would know the famous questions and you will prepare for them, and you should be able to answer those. And then last question, question three is communication mark. You are marked for communication based on all your interview, and there's not a separate question for that. This is the book. I think I'm people for IMT and specialty training. They all use this book. Take a picture of this if you want, and it will be really helpful. It's a good book. I would recommend. Moving on, all the questions that I mentioned earlier. This is the scoring framework. None of the domains should, or none of the interviews should give you 1 mark in anything. If you get 1 mark in any question, you are not appointable. You are straight out. And if you've got more than if you've got two mark in more than 2 domains, then you are out as well. So 3 and above is okay, and then higher you go, better chance of securing a post. Um, my tips for interview, very briefly: practice loads. I think Aruj mentioned that. Speak to all the consultants you can. Put yourself in that uncomfortable and stressful environment. Sorry. So it helps you prepare you, make you relaxed in the actual interview. So lots of practice. Take feedback. I went to a lot of people. Take your bagging bowl to everyone, and that will really help, I would say. Clinical experience, your experience in your specialty always works. I was asked a scenario on Takotsubo syndrome. I had not prepared in my interview preparation, but because I had some cardiology experience, I was able to answer the question very well, and I was able to secure good mark in that. So had I not worked in cardiology, I would not have been able to answer this unexpected question. Just last thing, and that's my last slide, and most important tip that I felt in my preparation. Whenever we are asked a question, we are very much enthusiastic to just start the answer straight away. We would not have thought the answer through. We would not know what we are going to say. We would just start, and then on the way we would be our thinking would kick in. Don't do that. It looks really bad. Take 5-10 seconds. You can repeat the question, or you can just 2 seconds, and about that particular question you should have 2 points in your head, and then you start speaking. It'll look very clean, very proficient, and that is the way to answer the question. And this tip is for your first trust grade job, for IMT, for specialty, and hopefully I will remember and use it in my consultant interview as well. Thank you so very much. That was all I had to say. Happy to answer any questions in Q&A session.